Yo, 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 what's up? It's your boy Gem Mint. I'm testing out my first live stream. Let's see if I'm doing this right. All right, Google Hangouts. I'm on the air. All right, let's see. Am I live? Pretty sure. Yep. All right, so there's a live chat. Is anybody in the chat yet? I don't really expect this to be a big interactive video. I really just wanted to test the live streaming. It's working? Cool. Because I also want to share screens on my desktop. Somebody asked about how to navigate GPA, how to go through the CGC Census. Does my mic sound good and everything? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Shorty Larson, S. Morgan. We know how we're looking, y'all, how we're sounding. We're going to start with the good stuff, though, man. I got a Holy Grail of comics unboxing. We're good. Jesse say what they do. Peter T. I hate the delay on this thing, man. Hold on. So, okay, here, this is what we're going to do. Everything's okay. All right. First of all, thank you for joining my live stream. Loud and clear. First things first, what's in the box, right? So, like the title says, Holy Grail of a book. My other CGC Spotlight videos don't get that much love, so I figured I'd do a little clickbait this time. But I'll make it worth your while because it's definitely a grail, and we're going to do some other things here. You talk faster than we type. I know I talk fast, man, and I'm excited. So you can't blame the boy. All right. So Holy Grail of comics. Oh, damn, did I tease it? Y'all didn't see it. So, like I said in some of my other videos, sometimes I get some nice stuff into the library, man. And as a fan, I like to show it off, talk about it. Can I see how many people's even in the chat? 14. Oh, 14 watching. 15. 16 watching and 3 thumbs up. Come on now. Get some love, y'all. All right. So, the Holy Grail unboxing. One of my favorite characters, if not my favorite. Killing me, Smalls. What's up? What's up, Bruce Zayas, Drunken Sailor? So, bam. Now, I know it's a little bit of a clickbait because I did do an Amazing Fantasy Spotlight already on a 3.5 signature series, but a 5.0 AF15. Come on now. That's got to get some love. So let's take a look here. Is this shit backwards when you guys are looking at it or reverse? No, we're good. So, damn, man. Let's take a look at this together, right? Clean ass book. A little bit of Marvel chipping. So what Marvel chipping is, if you look on the edge and you can see like the pages and the little kind of chipping in the cover. And sorry if I'm talking to you guys like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You guys could be more experts than me. But I'm not an expert, by the way. Let's go down here. But Marvel chipping is something that CGC doesn't really mark off for. But collectors that spend big money on books like this, they do care about Marvel chipping. This one has slight, not too bad. Still structurally a great book to get a 5.0 grade. Man, I got so many lights in here. The glare is just messed up. So how much is it worth? Shorty Larson. Excellent segue, my brother. So this is what we're going to do this time. Instead of me just looking at my laptop, I'm going to share my screens with y'all and show you guys how do you value these books. If you're into the market to buy one, if you're trying to sell one. So let's look at that right now. I got to go ahead and share. Yeah, for sure. Marvel chipping is common. I mean, it has its own name, right? So let me share my screen with y'all. Window application. I'll share the whole screen. So for Jarelli, 30K. Hey, you would have been right depending on when, right? But the thing is, these books have been skyrocketing. So first of all, let's look at GPA together, right? I have saved searches: Amazing Fantasy, Amazing Spider-Man, comma the. So it's hard to find these things. It's not the easiest search engine. Like, let me give you an example. So if you type Spider-Man, a hyphen, you're gonna get all these things. But see, Amazing Spider-Man 1969, that's not volume one. That's not that's just some kind of annual or who the fuck knows. So if you were looking for like Spider-Man 1, you'd have to remove the hyphen and you would have to scroll down to Amazing Spider-Man. Where the fuck is it? Am I wrong? Hold on. Whatever. It would look like this. I cheated for my quick search. All right. So let me see if anyone's saying anything. All right. So I'm still sharing my screen, right? So anyway, Amazing Fantasy 15. Getting grades. So the first thing GPA is going to do, by the way, GPA grade point analysis, it's going to show you the available books in every grade. So here's a CGC 3.0 that links me to that they're asking 34 grand. A little bit of Marvel chipping on that one too, right? Anyway, so we scroll down and you have all these grades. Now the blue grades are the book that I have here: Blue Label, Universal, Unrestored. The red grades are different kind of restoration. So SP, EP, MP, those are all different kinds of restoration. So if you had a 9.0 SP, that sold for $6 grand in 2005, but an SA 2 years later sold for more than double. Are you guys following me here? Blue chip investment is better than gold. Exactly. So check me out for Jarelli. So 5.0. Here's 5.0. At first is going to show me this column, which is the 2016 average. This is which was 27,000. The 2017 average was 42,930. This is the 12-month average. So on a rolling 12 months, which is the same. And then this is the 90-day average. And now it tells you it's based on how many sales. That's based on 2 sales. So it's down a little bit. But if you collapse, you can see every sale ever. In 2017, out of the 4 sales, you had a 35,850, which just dropped the average. Prior to that was 40 grand. Prior to that was 38. And then boom, you had a big outlier beginning of the year, last year, 57 grand. So if you're somebody who's selling, sellers are usually going to try to get over GPA. If you're looking to buy, you want under. I mean, that's just obvious, right? But realistically, you're probably going to try to be somewhere in the middle on both ends if you're buying or selling, right? If I was to buy, I wouldn't try to spend 57 grand. I would try to get closest to the low end. You guys still with me here? 27 watching? All right, cool. So that's just an example of this book and that grade. The other thing I want to show you guys is the CGC Census. So if I go to cgccomics.com, I log in, and I don't know if you, no, I don't. I have a free account. I don't submit anything anymore. So you click Census, search engine as well. So you got to go Spider-Man, search, and you got to find the right volume. So, oh, actually, we want Amazing Fantasy. My bad. Amazing Fantasy, Amazing Adult Fantasy is issues like 1 through 13, and then they renamed it. This Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man with an exclamation point, That's not what's on the label. That's just some kind of other one-shot issue. This is the Amazing Fantasy we want. We want issue number 15 from 1962, issue date 862. So 962 is probably the Pence copy. Let me get off this share screen real quick with y'all. Where we at? Stop. Cool. Y'all with me still? Yeah, right. So Forgerelli, that 57 grand one might have been just a beautiful ass book, and the owner had big money and was like, yo, that's what I want. Probably went hard on one of these auction houses or whatever. But anyway, what I wanted to show you guys was the date, 862. I think it got blurry. And you could tell that it's a 12-cent American issue. There's a Pence copy or a UK copy, which came out 1 month later, and it'll have like a 9 and like a little lowercase d. I guess that's like British pounds or some shit. Not worth as much. I don't know why. I mean, technically they're still like the same age, but the US ones are much more valuable. Peter T, let me get back to you. So let me share screens again. We're going back to the census. Dude's like, fuck the census. How'd you get the book? Anyway, so 15. This shows you every grade and how many they have graded. I might have had a 2.0, which there's 110 universals, got it pressed and then graded, and it came back a 3.0 signature series. And it might not necessarily come off of the numbers for the 2.0. But the 5.0, there's 115 copies graded, 5 green labels, which means it could have like a married cover. It's not restored, but it might as well be. Then there's 16 straight up signature series, 66 restored. There's a total of 202 graded and a 5.0. All right, so where are we going here? Nope, I'm gonna stop the whole thing. All right, so where do I get these type of books? I mean, the short answer is that I deal in these books. So how do I say? Buy and sell them is the best way to say it. Who else is in the chat here? The search drunken sailor. The search engine on both are tedious. That's why it's good to have those saved functions in the in GPA. All right, so damn, I don't know. I mean, that's all I really got for you guys here. I don't know. We could if anyone has any questions, anyone wants to know anything more about GPA, how to find certain volumes, because sometimes you try to search for like a modern book, it might be volume 5 or whatever. But if not, I wanted to test the live function. We're going to be doing a Gem Mint Collectibles live this Monday, Martin Luther King Day. And I think we're going to do it like in the mid-afternoon, like around 1 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific with my man, Milton the Manimal. We're going to talk about the Batman Snyder Capullo run for the New 52 and some prelude to Dark Knight Metal. So unless you guys got anything else, double covers, Area 51. Double covers are dope. So to me, variants that we have these days are manufactured collectibles. They intended to make 1 out of 1,000 in the attempts to make it worth something, because things are only worth something if there's few of them out there, right? But double covers to me are organic variants. Like that's what variants were back in the day. A double cover, a book that had a misprint of ink or something like that. An interesting thing about double covers, my boy hit me up on Instagram that he had an offer for a raw Amazing Spider-Man 361, first appearance of Carnage, 6 covers. And he had it for a really good deal. So I'm like, dude, for $150 or whatever it is, buy the book, send it to CGC. They'll be able to authenticate if that's a legitimate sextuple cover. And he did, and that shit came back a 9.9, 6 cover first appearance of Carnage. The reason why it graded so high is because when you have a double cover, triple cover, they grade each cover individually, and the book gets the grade of the highest cover. So if you have 6 covers, chances are that 6th one hasn't been touched ever and is crisp as fuck, and it was a 9.9. Dealers I prefer, This one came from my man Rob, PNW Collectibles. Is that how you say it? I always want to say Pawn. My boy Rob, PNW, stand-up guy. My man Ramon from TFTV Comics, stand-up guy. Dennis from 4 Comics. And some of these guys are collectors, not really dealers. They're, they do a little bit of both. And if I think of more, I'll come up. Superman 26 with a double cover, the Radio Berlin issue. So the thing with double covers, they're cool, but unless it's a key issue, it doesn't really get as much of a bump. So that Sextuple 9.9 sold for like $8,500. But if it was Amazing Spider-Man 276 or like some no issue name, it wouldn't have gained as much steam. So if it's like a key first appearance, it's gonna command a premium. Superman 26 is an old ass book though, right? You're talking about from the original run. So there's people out there willing to pay a lot for those kind of double covers. Comicshop.com, no. Never bought books from there. Drunken Sailor. I personally never cracked a slab. I'm not the best raw grader or handler. I only deal with already graded stuff, so I know what I'm getting into buying and selling, you know? So no, the old ones are easy to open. Actually, the old slabs, I was meaning to show this too. Boom, twins. I didn't realize we had the twins here. There we go. That's a nice shot. So the old slabs, you can actually slide paper right through the sides of them right now. Like the old ones. But the new ones are, from my understanding, much harder to crack and all that. All right, hold on. Dropping knowledge. Robot Donut, my man. Is the risk of losing money on these books not very high? I mean, if you know what to pay for and there's a lot of money involved, I'm from the Netherlands. We don't have those kind of books. Yeah, so people will tell you don't invest in comics. And comics is definitely a market that's in a big bubble. If I pull up GPA again, most columns on blue chip keys are green arrows. That prices are going up. But that's not always going to be the case. So if you do invest a lot of money in a book, it's not a guarantee you're going to make money. But if you look at the trends from, 10 years ago to now, if you would have had this book 10 years ago, this shit would have been like $5,000, maybe not even that. So it's a risk. It's an investment like anything else. You want to buy low, sell high, obviously. So if you get a good deal on something, you should be straight. But it's not, like I said, nothing is guaranteed, right? Is this big ass dildo of a mic in the way, man? All right, not made for opening. Yeah, shorty, I wouldn't open it. Yeah, so Area 51, double cover on a Silver Age Superman book, a low issue like that. Yeah, that should collect a premium. I'd get it graded by CGC if it's not already. The UK price covers are considered variants, but are worth 30 to 50 times less. Yeah, I guess I understand why, but still not really. Let me see if I could. I hate the delay on this shit, yo. If you buy high quality true key books for a good price, yeah, I mean, Forgerelli, pretty much. I mean, I do agree with that. And if shit's hitting the fan, you should be able to know in time and get rid of the shit. It's a museum. Yeah, Peter T. I mean, I'm not a trust fund baby. My parents don't have money. And this didn't happen overnight. So a lot of people, might assume certain things. But yeah, I built up a nice little corner in this house here. Just did order and pick up Action Comics 662 from eBay and it's bagged and boarded in great condition. Well, congratulations. Always good buying new shit. Yeah, Bitcoin. It was funny, Peter T. I don't know too much about Bitcoin. I think high level, I get it. But it's kind of one of those things where I would have liked to have got in the beginning, Back issue whales. Yeah, Kenneth, I don't really collect single issues anymore. I'm more into the statue game and into the hardcover game. And if I do collect books, I would collect blue chip Marvel keys. Like that's just what interests me. That resonates with me. I didn't really grow up on DC. Throw another one in here real quick. Bam. So a lot of good books in the library, man. This one's getting mailed out today, though. So this one's out of here. Oh, we got one more book. I showed this one off in a spotlight video. 9.8, 129, man. It's crazy. So yeah, the thing is, I have a lot of really good relationships. I've been buying and selling comics since like 2013 or 2014, early 2014. I just built a lot of good relationships with a lot of good dealers. These are dealers' books. I just know how to move them. You know, put them like that. Much respect from Romania. Yeah, man. Bless. Yeah, no, Peter, I didn't think you were. I just for other people, because sometimes I get comments. What do you do for a living? The fact is, I have a regular, boring job that does decent. I have a wife and 2 kids, but this hobby, if you do it right, you know, can sustain itself. In my opinion, if you know how to buy stuff, flip stuff, you can make it work for you. Nah, for Jarelli, I mean, we can talk offline, but I have a pretty unique system in place uh, to get rid of them. People that follow me on Instagram know what's up. Pretty much. So yeah, we had a good turnout though, man. So this was a spontaneous live thing. You know, I really wanted to use it for the share screen feature and show you guys that. I'm browsing for Spawn Origins Deluxe Absolute Volume 1, but the prices on eBay are over $1,000. Is that reasonable? Yeah, so Luca Nefat, yo, one of my favorite characters and runs of all time. I had to have the deluxe editions. The first thing I did was scour every local comic shop in my area. Nobody had it. Thanks, Kenneth. Yeah, exactly. So Forge, you know, with raffles, we deal with the high sale, the average, and the low. So put it this way, if I could get you the 90-day average and I could move it on the high, you know, you could put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, but Spawn Volume 1, I couldn't find it anywhere. I ended up spending like $350 for that book, man, just because I really wanted it. And I got it from somebody on Instagram. But great mission. Yeah. A new sub. Glad he found you. Yo, Cartel from Hell. That was my shit, man. So I used to watch that shit religiously on my commute to work because I had a long commute when I was in South Florida. And that channel really inspired me. Like, yo, when I get to the house, I'm gonna build my man cave. I'm gonna do statue reviews, but I like omnibus, so I'm gonna do omnibus shit too. Yeah, Mike Lee from Cartel, man. Hopefully he'll make a comeback one day. But he had a great show, and his videos are still there. Yeah, I don't have the signed one, man. Hey, also, what's interesting about this one? So, the owner had it signed on the back, so you still get the yellow label, but you don't deface the cover. Stanley doesn't rip the book cover trying to sign it. Anyway. Yeah, man. It still hasn't shipped, man. People's are shipping today. That Thanos on Throne maquette. Mine hasn't shipped yet, but next week for sure. That's gonna be an unboxing and review for real. Trying to collect those, but the price of volume 1 makes it really consider. Yeah, and the thing is, Luca, I mean, we don't know if there's gonna be a volume 5 because I have the 4 volumes. Actually, volume 2 of mine is scratched. The hardcover slipcase is scratched up like crazy. But my local shop gave me a discount on it, and I was like, fuck it. Volume 2 is pretty expensive as well. Nah, I mean, fuck. See, I wanted to be one of the first ones to review it, but it wasn't in the cards for me. Yeah, Forge, that's real talk. That's why there's anxiety on every Tuesday on in stock trades. If there's a big heavy book coming out, people don't want to miss it because then it could go out of print really fast, you know. But you could pre-order from what is it, DCSB or some shit, their sister site. I'm not a fan of pre-orders. I had bad enough I got to pre-order statues. The Gempire Earthly, what up, homie? Yeah, man. Gempire. I like that, man. That might be a good name for the live show. The Gempire. Yeah, I know. I feel the same way, Titan. Like I'm thinking, like you when you just said someone on Rad Titan had it, I'm like, man, I don't even want to watch that shit, man. I just want to wait till I get mine. Oh, Forge. Okay, yeah, yeah. Oh, so you must be like an omnibus group. Yeah, I never pre-order. I hate buying something before I get it. I just check every Tuesday as well, man. All right, area. So in my opinion, CBCS is behind the eight ball. I'm not a CBCS fan. Beckett picking them up, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna help. I don't think I don't know. They picked them up a while ago, right? They got to get they switched their labels so many times. You could have 7 CBCS books and they all look totally different. And Beckett, I mean, how big of a company is Beckett? I mean, are people still dealing with sports cards? It's not like it was in the 90s, you know? Favorite superhero in my top 5 books. So my favorite characters are Spider-Man, Wolverine, Venom, Spider-Man 2099, and Spawn. That if I had to pick a top 5 right now, those are my characters. So if I was talking top 5 books, it would be all those first appearances. I know I actually put Superman in the tags Omnibus Cafe to throw people off, but nah, the Holy Grail was the AF-15. Uh, oh, Forge, damn brother, yeah, man, 2 months ago. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's good to have competition for CGC, but until they start selling at CGC prices, I'm not really going to be interested. I don't deal with them. I don't deal with CBCS books. Yeah, and okay, so I wanted to say about this. I call it a holy grail, but people use that term very loosely. A holy grail is really something that even if you had the money, you can't find one. It's not there. The holy grail, from the movie, it's not there. You can't get the book. This is just a high dollar book. If you got money, you could buy whatever the fuck you want. So yeah, I just use that as a clickbait kind of thing. But really, a holy grail would be try to go buy a Marvel Comics #1 blue label right now. You probably couldn't buy one if you had a million. I mean, not that it would cost that, but is it available? You ever roll one up on that? If and I can't smoke, man. Beckett's around. They're pretty big. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Forge. They have to. They got to get a census. I don't think CBCS has a census. And they got to get their labels. They need to look better than CGC, but none of them they've made so far have looked better. The only thing that they have going for them, in my opinion, is their resto books. Nobody wants a purple label CGC book, but the CBCS resto books look exactly like the regular books. It just has a bunch of restoration notes on it. So if I was going to buy a restored book, which I would never would, I would buy a CBCS over a CGC. Artist editions, so model vault, good question. I think they're dope, but I don't even want to open that can of worms and buy them. I have the Marvel Comics covers volume 1 and 2, and I never look at them. I flipped through them once each. Yeah, and I've had Beckett grade like a Derek Jeter rookie card for like a coworker one time, but I mean, I guess I'm just not in that world. Yeah, Area 51. Like, if you follow me on Instagram or follow my Gem Mint Collectibles page on Facebook, I'll promote the shows so you guys know. Okay, shit. Tune in on Monday. A signed edition of Watchmen 25. Yeah. What banks are we talking about? What Thanos? We're talking about the Thanos sitting on throne maquette from Sideshow, which went up for pre-order like February, and the exclusive version sold out within like 10 minutes. And I was lucky enough to have got one. So it started shipping today. Mine should be shipped. Where's my phone? Let me see. I might even got the email. Nope, didn't get it yet. But yeah, they're starting to ship. Cool, man. Cool. I mean, hey, I can hang out if you guys are hanging out, man. I mean, I don't really have anything else that I want to bring up. So if y'all got questions or anything you want to add, 2 cents or whatever. Shit was fun, man. First live chat. Impromptu. Yeah, man. Anytime, brother. What's funny, Luca, these were the easiest to get. The hardest to get, I guess, when I was starting to build up this omnibus collection in the back, the some of the whales were hard to get. Like, trying to think of a specific. Okay, the Mighty Thor Volume 1, Silver Surfer Volume 1, X-Men Volume 1. These were books that weren't even on eBay. So I would have to, like, obviously hunt down local shops. I would go to the Facebook groups, but they're just not books that people are really, wanting to sell. So they were harder to find. Luke. So statues, Thanos on Throne shipping. Spider-Man 2099 from Prime 1 is shipping now. Mine hasn't shipped yet, but that's coming soon. I don't think so, Caldwell. I don't think I'll start selling books. I think, if anything, I have some room to expand in the loft area. I'm upstairs, so the loft area, I have plenty of room. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. I just have to buy a bigger house, I guess. What other statues? Then I got the Prime 1 Venom and Anti-Venom, but that doesn't come out until like mid-year. I got a custom Venom piece coming in with like a Mark Bagley portrait. Yeah. All right, y'all. Think we might wrap it up. So listen, Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 2 p.m. Central, doing the first official live show, Gem and Collectibles Live. Tune in. Make sure, hit the like button on this live video for the first live stream. Let them know you were here. Make sure you subscribe and all that. And we'll catch you guys next time. Real quick, Area, XM Studios. I try to stay away from them. Very expensive with shipping. And am I hyped for the Venom movie? No. Although Tom Hardy seems hyped, so that gives me a little bit of hope. But I don't like Sony trying to do shit on the side that's going to interfere with the MCU. That's my 2 cents. Thanks, y'all, for joining. Catch y'all next time. Big Law. Damn, you came in late. All right. Catch y'all next time. Peace.